Hi, I am Deep. Before we go ahead, I would like to thank you for enrolling in this course. If you have any questions about any topic in my course, you can ask me in the discussion section and I will respond as soon as possible. If you find my course informative and useful, kindly leave a 5-star rating or a review on my course. This will help me a lot and I appreciate and thank who will do so. Thanks again and let's begin. Welcome, this is Deep and I'll be taking you through the Pinterest Marketing for Business 2018. Now, the first chapter is going to be Know Your Pinterest. In this chapter, I'll be teaching you stats about Pinterest, concept of Pinterest and how it works, why is it useful, and when should you use it. Now we'll start with stats about Pinterest. Pinterest was founded in March 2010 and still remains one of the fastest growing social media platforms. The total number of monthly active users are 175 million. Now this also includes other countries, not just US. Number of Pinterest users from US is 75 million. Number of Pinterest users from outside of US, that's 100 million. Total number of Pinterest users who save shopping pins on boards daily, that's 2 million. Now that's a huge metric right there. Huge number of people who are pinning images daily. Now we will discuss what these numbers mean in our future slides. I just wanted to give some perspective as to how many users and how many people are actually active on Pinterest. 81% of Pinterest users are actually females. Now this is a really good insight. Majority of your active users are females. So when you're planning on creating pins, when you're planning on creating boards, when you plan on ranking high in terms of the SEO, you need to basically keep that in mind. 40% of new signups are men, 60% new signups are women. Again, an interesting insight here. Men account for only 7% of total pins on Pinterest. When you are marketing a product on e-commerce, this actually helps you determine as to what kind of audience that you want to appeal to. If your product actually caters to females, then Pinterest would be a right platform to do business on. Now millennials use Pinterest as much as Instagram. Now we know how Instagram and Pinterest both are image based platforms. They both use images. Many of the younger audience, that is maybe from 18 to 25, are on Pinterest. The median age of Pinterest user is 40. However, majority of the active users are below 40. Half of Pinterest users are making $50,000 or greater per year. Now with 10% of Pinteresting households making greater than $125,000, 30% of all US social media users are Pinterest users. It is very highly used in US as compared to other countries, like for example Asian countries. It's still untapped, but it is a platform where many people have not explored it yet. Now nearly 85% of Pinterest searches happen on mobile. Now this is again a great insight. Mobiles are one of the most important devices to focus on. So these were some stats that I wanted to share with you before we start the course. I hope these stats and these insights gave you some kind of an idea as to how important Pinterest is. So why is Pinterest so useful? Well, there are four reasons. First, it's useful for a lot of graphic designers and to source some inspiration, get some creative ideas. So the first reason is ideas and inspiration. Many people they look at Behance as one of the best sources to get some inspiration. A lot of graphic designers that I know, they also look at Pinterest, because Pinterest features a lot of infographics, a lot of designing ideas. So it's a good place to get some inspiration. The second reason is infographics. Now, what are infographics? Infographics are basically images which have easy to understand information in the form of visual graphics. Now, it helps you understand the information quickly and in a very simple manner. Many brands, what they do is they upload infographics as their image, where it is giving out some kind of information which draws people in, and once they like the infographic, they click on it, and that's how they land on their website. Let's say if you're in beauty space or something like that, a lot of infographics can be created for beauty brands, which would attract a lot of people. Health is another one. Nutrition is another niche where people, when they create infographics, it really increases the chances of people clicking on it and going to their website. Generating traffic is one of the main reasons to be on Pinterest. Now, I cannot stress this enough. Pinterest is mainly a traffic generator, and if you want to generate a lot of traffic to your website, you have to be consistently doing it every day. Consistency is key here, especially so when I say generating traffic, it leads them to your website, but once you stop doing it, it basically slows down. The fourth reason is brand awareness. There are a lot of brands who are on Pinterest and gain a lot of visibility through their actions. Their pins look great, their boards look amazing, and a lot of people who come on Pinterest talk about their brands. Now, when should you use it? It's a very simple question and a very simple answer. There are certain prerequisites for Pinterest. If you don't have a website, or if you don't have a blog to redirect people to them, then Pinterest is not for you. So the reason why I say this is because a lot of people, they sell their products from Instagram and other online venues. But if you don't have a website or if you don't have a blog, then Pinterest is not for you. Because the main reason why people come to Pinterest and why they use it is because they want to generate a lot of traffic and they want to generate a lot of unique visitors to their website. Like, when should you use it, right? So if you have just created your website, you're an e-commerce brand and you are planning on marketing your products through your website, that may be a product that you're selling, that could be a service that you're selling, that could be anything. So I'm talking to mainly e-commerce brands. So once you create your website and everything is working all right, that's the time you need to start doing Pinterest. That's the ideal time, because Pinterest is organic and it takes a lot of time to get moving, and so basically you need to start doing it as soon as you've created your website. Concept of Pinterest and how it works. Let me start by saying that the concept is taken from a notice board or a soft board that you must be having in your office or your colleges or your schools. So what they've done is moved the concept of notice board and pins to digital. So on Pinterest, what we do is we create a board, right? So this is a board right here, and within that board we pin a lot of pins. We can pin as many pins we want on the board. It could be from within Pinterest, or it could be from outside of Pinterest, that is the whole internet. I'll also talk about the ways of pinning as well as the kinds of pins that you can pin on the board. You can create as many boards as you want. So these boards could be multiple and they can have different topics. For example, this can be about movies. This could be about anime. This could be about clothes or style, right? We can create boards on any topic that we want. For a lot of e-commerce companies, they create boards on different segments. For example, this board could be dedicated for Marvel printed t-shirts. This board could be dedicated on DC printed t-shirts. So I could segment it in such a way where if a fan of, let's say, a DC printed t-shirts wants to check out my board, he could easily come here and click on it and then go to my website. So the way it works is there are boards, and within these boards you have different pins. These are images basically. These could be these pins can be images, they could be infographics, they could be anything that you create or you pin from within Pinterest or outside of Pinterest. Okay, so let's talk about pins. Now there are three ways of pinning pins. First is to upload your own images. Second is to pin from Pinterest itself. And third, from the whole internet. Let me explain. Now we would need a pin it button on our browser to be installed. I'll show you how to install that pin it button. So you simply search for pin it button plugin. Now since I'm using a Safari, I'll be putting in Safari. You can put in Chrome or Firefox, whatever browser that you're using. Now and click. So you simply need to go to these extensions and click on install now. Once you click on install now, it'll be added to your browser. Once it's added to your browser, you simply need to go to any of the websites. For example, BuzzFeed, right? So once you're on a website here, just click on the pin it button and it'll give you all the images so that you can save it in any of your boards that you want. Alright, so this is the pin that I just pinned on one of my boards, and as you can see, it's right here. Now that was the first way of pinning from the internet. Then the second way of pinning is from Pinterest itself. Now how do you do that? It's very simple. You just simply go here and search for, let's say, design right here. So let's say if I wanna save this, I could click on save, and that's saved to design right here. Now this is the second way of pinning pins to your board, that is from within Pinterest itself. Now the third way is to upload your own images. For doing this, click on create pin. Now as you can see, you have an option of uploading an image, giving a URL, and giving a description. This is how you can upload your own images to Pinterest. So there are two types of pins. One is rich pin, another one is normal pin. A rich pin is a image that has a URL or a website link attached to it, and a normal pin is just an image with a description. So when you create a board, you need to pin a lot of rich pins leading back to your website. Once you pin enough pins, when people come to your board looking for inspiration, ideas, they will find your pins and click on it and then land on your website. So the more you pin, the more traffic that you generate. To basically be very successful, you need to do this consistently, and you need to do this as often as you can. So let's look at some case studies on Pinterest. Before we go ahead, let's talk about limitations of Pinterest. Now, how many boards and pins can you have on Pinterest? You can have 500 boards. To keep Pinterest running quickly, there's a limit of total number of pins, likes, boards, and follows we can store. Now you can have up to 500 boards, and you can have up to 200,000 pins. That includes secret pins, your other pins from groups and everything. So here are few brands who are using Pinterest and are successful at it. I have taken few ethnic apparel brands as examples. The first brand is Craftsvilla. As you can see, there is 1.2 million monthly unique viewers, and 25,000 people are following this particular page. They have 61 boards and close to 110,000 pins. They have a huge number of pins, and most of them are rich pins. As you can see, they have divided it into different categories. Three main boards are being utilized the most: jewelry, saris, and salwar suits here. Jewelry is pretty popular because their main product is jewelry, and of course saris. They are into apparel as well, so they sell a lot of saris here. Most of the pins that they have here are rich pins, which lead them back to their website, and that's how they generate their traffic. Let's look at another one, Fab India. They have 483,000 monthly unique viewers. Fab India creates products that are natural, craft based, and contemporary. That includes everything from apparel to handicrafts and even food. So the brand deals with a lot of organic clothing. Here you can see 26 boards, and they have pinned 963 pins. Their pins and followers are not much, but as you can see, it is still generating a lot of monthly unique viewers. Now this goes to show you, you need not necessarily need to have a huge number of followers or huge number of pins. You can get started immediately and start generating traffic from Pinterest. Let's look at another one. This is W for Women. It has 81,000 monthly unique viewers, and it has 2,000 followers. It has 89 boards and 2,535 pins till now. These metrics that I talk about on Pinterest, for example, monthly unique viewers, number of boards, and pins, these are general information that is available on Pinterest. But on the basis of this, you can determine how well the brand is doing. Now, as you can see, the number of pins and followers are not much. They have just 2,000 people following, and they just have under 3,000 pins, but still they are generating a lot of monthly unique viewers. Now this happens because of consistency and making sure that you're pinning rich pins from your website. Let's look at another one. Artifact Uprising. Now Artifact Uprising deals with printed photo books, gifts, prints and more. They've been there for a while and they have 65,000 people following them with a monthly unique viewers of 6.5 million. They have 17 boards and they have pinned just under 8,000 pins. Let's look at another one. Moria Seal. Now Moria Seal is a brand that deals with jewelry, accessories and other curated clothing as such. It has a monthly unique viewers of 9.9 million, an amazing follower count of 949,000 people. They have around 94,181 pins. They have 80 boards there. Here's a good example. Melissa Griffin. She is a blogger and she's been doing it for a while. She's a typical example of a blogger getting one traffic source right and turning a dream into a business. Today she teaches classes about Pinterest, online courses and blogging as well. Her monthly unique viewers are 285,000 and the following that she has is 59,000 people. She has created 26 boards and 22,994 pins have been pinned on her boards. Now, what are the key takeaways from these case studies that we saw? The first thing is that you need to increase your monthly unique viewers. Second, a large following is not necessary for increasing our unique viewers. As you saw, many of them didn't really have a lot of following, but they had good quality pins which led people back to their website. Consistently pinning is also a key. Now I've been repeating this. So you need to pin daily and you need to be very consistent at it. Creating multiple boards will help drive people to a specific niche. For example, we saw with Craftsvilla where it divided its products into different niches. For example, jewelry, saris, home decor, anklets, bangles and etc. So you need to divide your products and your services into different categories which they'll be interested in and they'll try to find more about it. The more you create unique boards and boards which are dedicated to a particular niche, it will do well. You need to claim your website and update your bio. Now here's the reason why I say this is because as you can see in all of them they have a website link attached to it. So you need to claim your website as soon as possible. This also helps you in terms of analytics, where Pinterest analytics gives you extra information related to your website as to how many people are actually going to that website, how many people are visiting it. So you need to claim your website as soon as possible. How to claim your website? On Pinterest, you need to go on the three dotted button right here on the extreme right hand side and go to settings, and in the settings column you need to click on profile and claim. On the profile you can change your business name, you can change about you can give a location, and once you've done that you can go to claim. So under the claim option you can claim your website right here. So as you can see, I have a website called travelspades.com and I have claimed it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you how that works. So I'm gonna unclaim this right now. So once this happens, so you need to enter your website address right here and then you need to click on claim. Then it'll give you an option of add HTML tag. You need to click on this and you need to take this and copy it. Copy the whole thing. You need to copy it and you need to head over to your website, backend. First you need to go to plugins and click on add new, and you need to search for Yoast SEO. And once you do that, there you go, this is the one. You need to install it and you need to activate it. As you can see here, I have already done that. So this is what it looks like once you have installed it. Under the Yoast SEO option, you will see an option called social right here. So just to zoom in a bit, okay, so you'll see an option called social. Okay, so you need to click on that, and once you do that, you would see 4 options here. So as you can see, you need to click on the Pinterest option and you need to paste the whole thing here. So once you've pasted it, you just need to click on save changes, and there you go. Once you've done that, you need to click on next right here and then click on submit. Alright, so as it says here, we are checking your site and will email you in the next 24 hours. So it doesn't really take 24 hours, it usually happens pretty quickly. So I'll just refresh my website once and I'll refresh my Pinterest account. So I think it should happen in a while or so. So there you go. So as you can see, it has a tick mark right here. That means it's been verified and it's been claimed. Alright, so let's look at Pinterest SEO and more. What is SEO? What is Google SEO versus Pinterest SEO? What needs to be optimized? So what is SEO? SEO is a search engine optimization. Now, Pinterest is a search engine about everything. It is just like Google. Google is also a search engine. So it works the same way. So on Google, we try to rank our websites on the first page by optimizing our images, text, our content. So the objective is to come on the first page and stay there. Now, usually Google has a very complicated algorithm, so it takes a while to rank. So it might even take you 6 months to rank a particular website. But on Pinterest, as Pinterest is also a search engine, the goal is the same. So our goal here is to rank our pins and boards on the top of the page. Now, since millions of people are searching for these keywords every day, whoever is on the top gets a ton of traffic. Just like on Google, Pinterest also works the same way. The top pins get a lot of traffic. Now we will look at what needs to be optimized. Board's title, board's description, pin itself, pin description, blog post titles, and destination page. So how do we optimize our boards, pins, and blogs, or your e-commerce destination pages, right? So the first thing that you do, so let me head on to the back end of my WordPress site, and I'll go to posts, add new. Before you go ahead, I would recommend you install Yoast SEO for WordPress, which will help you rank on search engine results. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna quickly copy paste all this here, and alright, so I've written down all that here. I've copy pasted it. Now what I'll be doing is I'll be adding an image to it. So upload files, click on select, and downloads. So this is the one. What I'll be doing is I will be changing the name first. So what I'll be doing right now is I'll be changing the name of the image as well, so that it matches my name of the blog. For example, it says 18 hippie type destinations similar to Goa in India. What I'll be doing is I'll be going to that image, which is right here, this one, and I'm gonna copy paste that because I want it because I want it to rank on Pinterest and on the Google search rankings. So so there you go. I have just renamed it, and now what I'll do is I'll go back to select files, and I will select the image which has 8. So the keyword that I'm trying to rank for on Pinterest is Goa, India, and it is a very highly competitive keyword as compared to others. But let's see what happens. I am not sure that if it is going to rank immediately. Usually it takes 1 week to 10 days as such for it to rank. But what we are trying to do is to optimize the particular pin as much as possible so that it ranks higher. I'll also share some techniques which you can use to rank your boards and pins. So let me just attach this or add this as a featured image, and then we'll go ahead. I also recommend, once you have uploaded your image, on the alt text field, make sure that you have your keywords. For example, the keywords that I am trying to rank for is this, which has all the keywords in it, and I can just add Goa and Goa, India, just so that it gets picked up. Now remember, even on Pinterest, this alt text for the image matters, so that's the reason I'm adding it here, so that the Pinterest bots, when they index your image, they should find it easily. Alright, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna not insert it here. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna select a category. Now it says India. So to be frank, we also need to have a category called Goa, India, or whatever the keyword that you're trying to rank for. For example, right now the keyword I'm trying to rank for is Goa in India, Goa, India, all those things. So first thing that you need to make sure is that when you're creating a blog, the keywords should be in the blog title, plus it should also be in the link below it. So this is the permalink which is there, and it should also be in the link. The next thing that I want you to do is create a category which would have the same keywords that you're trying to rank for. Again, Goa, India is what I'm trying to rank for, and I'm gonna add that. That's my category right there. Okay, so once you've done that, we need to go down. We need to obviously add some tags here, and plus we need to make sure that this meta description and the snippet, right, this snippet has to be filled with keywords. For example, now what I'll be doing is I'll just write, Okay, so once we've done this, once we've filled the meta description, what we need to do is we need to go on Pinterest. um, on Pinterest, what we need to do is we need to create a board that has our keyword in it. Now this is very important. If it has the keywords, then it'll help when when somebody searches for that particular keyword. For example, if somebody is searching for Goa, India, because that's what I'm trying to rank for right now. You have, see, Goa, India, travel, beach, photography. So if I just click Goa, India, and then I go here in on and select all pins and go to people, there's so many people who are talking about Goa, India here, right? Very less people, so it's good that there's not many. There's not going to be a lot of competition as such. Now, if I click on pins, all pins, there's a lot of pins here. Plus, if I go to boards, then you can see there are the first board that is ranked is Goa, India, Goa, India, Goa, India, and then there is Goa, India, Goa, India, Goa, India. So all the Goa, India's boards are showcased here. And what you want to do is you want to basically be here on the top, maybe first three or maybe the first one. So that's what I'm aiming for right now. But since I don't have a lot of content on that board, that might not be possible as if now. But maybe in time, once I post more pins onto it, then I am sure that it will go, it'll rank on the top. Now as you can see, I have a Goa, India board here. What I'll be doing is I will click on this pen icon, and what you need to do is basically you need to update this description. As you can see, I've updated with descriptions and keywords. Now where do I get these keywords from, right? So what you need to do is, I'll just duplicate this. See, since we don't in India we don't have the ads dashboard yet, so there is no keyword research tool available for us, which is available in 6 or 5 countries other than India, which is available abroad. So what we can do is we can basically come here and search for Goa, India. So once we do that, we can see all of these titles are going to be our keywords. Are so in terms of the searches, their search volumes would be high. That's the reason they are being showcased here. So as you can see, Goa, India travel, Goa, India beach, Goa, India photography, Goa, India villas. Now as if so based on that, what I've done is I've added Goa, India, Goa beaches. Probably I should be adding Goa photography, Goa beach as well. So I'll be adding Goa beach here, and Goa photography ideas, Goa beaches, photography. So I've added those keywords here, and I've given a couple of lines also which has the keyword Goa in it, which would help it rank higher. So we have the board name Goa, India. We have keywords which we have added to it, which has Goa, India. Let's just save it now. So once you've done that, once you've created a board which has the similar keywords, the next thing what you need to do is you need to go and upload the pin. So for that, what you can do is you can either directly go from here and you can pin it. But what I choose to do right now is I would want to basically go and click on pins and create a new pin. So I'll create a new pin here. I'll just click on this and I will select the image. Once I've selected the image, I will be adding the link to it. That's gonna be this link. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add the link right here, and then I'm gonna be adding a description. Now in the description what I'll say is I have to use the keywords here as well, because the description would be captured by the Pinterest. Alright, so there you go, and I'm gonna be saying done, and there you go. So I have an option of pinning it on the board. I'll be pinning it on Goa, India, and I just pinned it and see it. So let's take a look at the pin. As you can see, it has grabbed the metadata that has been given here. So when we go to boards, it's been pinned here. Alright, so that's looking good. It has my website linked to it since it's a rich pin. And so let's just see where has it ranked as of now. Okay, there are no pins on that. Okay, so let's say if I search for Goa in India, so no worries. I mean, as you can see, it would take a little while to rank as such. It does not happen immediately. Alright, another thing that I wanted to just showcase right now was that, do you see this this name, and it says, hi, I am a travel blogger who likes photography, videography and all those things. You need to change that to and you need to add keywords to it. For example, if you are a travel blogger, you need to make sure that your keyword you wanna, so let's say if I put travel blogger here, your board or your board has to appear. Now for example, if I select people, now since I have travel blogger on my description, technically it should come here. I mean, I'm sure it's not going to, because a lot of competition here, but it should rank here, to be honest. So let's put travel spades and see. So if I put travel spades, there you go, I'm able to my profile is highlighted right here. So what I need to do is you need to make sure that the keywords that you're trying to rank for are there on the description section. So for example, this section right here, you need to have keywords like travel blogger, geography, photography, wherever you're trying to rank for. If I say camera gear, since I have camera, since I have put those keywords over there, I just wanna show you as to how how the search results work. So if I go to boards, if I go to people, and so there's so many people here. Now again, the keyword camera gear is not there in my name, right? So what you need to do is you need to have that in your name. For example, if you go to settings, and let's say if I put my business name travel spades slash travel, right, travel blogger, blogger, so blogger, then travel blogger, please enter no more than 30 keywords, 30 characters. So I think 30 characters is the limit. So I have put travel blogger here. I'm gonna save this. Okay, since I have travel blogger here as well, I'm gonna say okay, so I'm gonna click here and I'm gonna just say travel blogger, right? Alright, so I hope this helped you in terms of optimizing the image. um, it would take time. It does not the image does not, the pin does not rank immediately, and it does take time and consistency. So maybe in a week or so, when it starts ranking, I might show you if it's ranked or not.